Yes, ma'am, we ask that the board consider this agreement. It's for our students enrolled in the practicum of Health Science 2 high school course. It's for our senior level students that are enrolled in these programs.
Agenda item? Number 4, review and discussion of the purchase of 139 desktop computers to the CTE classrooms. Sir?
Okay. We asked these computers will be used for the AV program, for agriculture, for computer maintenance, for college and career readiness, law enforcement, and automotive collision classrooms in San Benito High School, VMA, Miller Jordan, and Riverside. So it's to replace some of our existing computers, some of our older computers that we have in our CTE classrooms.
Agenda item?
Hold on. Go ahead.
Well, I just want one quick question, Mr. Madrigal. Where did the 139 come from? Not 135, not 140, not 150?
Hang on.
How is it exactly 139? Maybe Mr. Guerra can
I'd have to ask
elaborate on
Mr.
it.
Guerra. He just wanted to throw a word number.
Some of those computers are also for the teachers as well. So we got some teachers that need one desk computer on their table, so it kind of throws the numbers off.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So, I just got a question. Are you all replacing old computers as well?
Yeah, we have a process every 5 years, we replace them.
Oh, okay, so,
Every 5
okay,
years.
so you're getting rid of the 5-year and
Yes.
old? Oh, okay. I was wondering if it was like a 1 year or two,
No,
and
no.
then, they're shifting over. Okay, no,
So
disregard my
every
question.
year I'll come up here and ask for around
Yeah.
150 based on replacing.
But not
others.
139.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, now, agenda item? Yes? Okay. Number 5, review and discussion of the memorandum of understanding between San Benito CISD and the Community Development Institute, CDI, Migrant Seasonal Head Start for the 2019-2020 school year. Sir?
First of all, congratulations, Mr. Rosa, on the new position.
Thank you. Dr. Carmen, members of the board, basically what this is, it's a bunch of pages of lawyer talk is what it is. What we have here is really what a partnership with this used to be the old Texas Migrant Council, Head Start. And what it is, it allows them to communicate with special services in case they identify a child that might need or might require services, with disabilities or anything like that. And what will happen is they will receive a referral packet from special services. They will review it and then decide at that time if they qualify for services, and then we'll be able to provide through the district. So that's basically what this MOU is about.
Questions? Agenda item. Number 6, review discussion of Pearson View in Facility use agreement.
Yes, ma'am, this is just to allow for our kids in the CNA classroom to test at VMA for their nurse aide exam.
Okay. Questions, agenda item? Review discussion of Fry's Pharmacy affiliation agreement.
Yes, ma'am, the next few,
Uh-huh,
I know we'll go one by one, but the
Okay.
next few are for our kids enrolled in our
pharmaceutical.
pharmacy classes, so they have places to go and do their internship hours and their volunteer hours.
Wow,
So
That's
that's what
great.
this item's for.
that's fantastic, sir. Agenda item, questions? Okay. Number 11, review discussion of update on dual enrollment program for the 2019-2020.
No, number,
School year?
the next one is, yeah,
Oh, I'm sorry, well, we did the Fry's, the medicine shop is
it's an agreement so our kids
same-
can go in there
all
and,
4 of them?
yes, ma'am, I'll just say the same thing over.
Yeah, okay, then go ahead. Review, discuss the CARE RX affiliation agreement.
Agenda item, yes, ma'am?
Yes, agenda item, of course.
Okay. Number 9, it's same.
Okay.
Where is Care RX? Is it the
I
one?
think that's the Walgreens, right, if I'm not
Is it?
mistaken?
Or CVS?
Or one of them,
Oh, it's okay. It's all right. I was just curious.
Pop
I
Quiz.
want to know. Agenda item, yes. And then number 10, review discussion of Salinas Pharmacy Affiliation Agreement. Sir?
Yes, ma'am, and that as well is for our kids involved in those classes, so
Pharmacy.
they can, in the pharmacy classes.
Okay. Okay, so let me ask you a question real quickly. These guys, they're all going to go to the pharmacy, who am I talking? They're going to go directly to the pharmacy? And exactly how many hours are they going to spend per week, per day?
During their internships, for example,
Oh.
Friday, they all get fingerprinted to make sure they get accepted first. They have a background check. Starting in January, they'll start going during their practicum hours of 90 minutes. We bus them to different areas. Now, because of the amount of kids, we can't go take them all to the same place. So we kind of have to spread them out.
Right?
So pretty much they put around close to 40 hours. That helps them also when they take the exam, they have that experience as well at the end of the year.
Or a total of 40 hours. Okay. Agenda item. Number 11, review, discussion, and update of the dual enrollment program for 2019-2020 school year. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. Ay, ay, ay.
Yes, ma'am. I'll wait for.
Very small print, sir.
Exactly. But it's also attached in larger print. So what you have on this handout are all of our teachers that are employees of San Benito CISD that teach dual enrollment classes, either for TSC or TSTC, depending on which classes they are teaching. On the first column, second column, you have how many kids are enrolled in those classes, and as Dr. Cruz stated earlier, everybody will be getting paid the $3,000 regardless of the amount of kids in those classrooms. After that, if you go, our last teacher listed on this form, that is Meliton Hinojosa. He's about 3/4 of the way down on that first page. Everybody else on that form is a TSC,
TSC.
Texas Southmost College
Okay.
employee that provides
Oh, okay.
instruction at BMA and/or the high school.
Questions?
Yes, I got a question. Mr. Madrigal, so prior to this, I'm noticing here on the counts, if I heard you correctly, or somebody must have said something about having a minimum of 15 kids or else it wasn't accounted for. So prior to this situation with TSC and the dual enrollment process we have going now, how did it work prior? So if there weren't a minimum of 15 kids, and the class wouldn't exist? Is that what you're saying?
That's correct.
Okay,
If,
so-
if there weren't a minimum and the district did not take on those costs, the class wouldn't make, and the kids would be shortchanged.
Okay, so I think it's a very good point that we need to, to promote. The fact is that we're going above and beyond to make sure that our kids do get offered these dual enrollment classes, and we are taking the 5, 6, 7 kids and still treating them like they're, in the classes that used to be done before. So I think the avenues for them to succeed and for them to grow academically is very important. So I think it's huge. Thank you, sir.
Questions? That's it? Okay. Agenda item? Okay, number 12. Monday? Nothing to approve. Oh, okay.
No, it's
Oh,
no-
I'm
no
sorry.
agenda.
Okay, let me, okey dokey. Review discussion targeted improvement plans, TIP, for 2019-2020 school year.
Yes, ma'am. These are for the two campuses that we have that require this plan. This plan has to be submitted and presented to the board in case y'all have any questions. The two campuses in question are Miller Jordan Middle School and Gateway. And these plans were put together in conjunction, we'll work with Region 1, our secondary director, myself, and campus administration. And on the last page, it has all the goals and objectives for each of those areas. And it's a plan, it has different checkpoints throughout the plan for our campuses to meet. But this is something that we have to present here before we could submit to TEA.
Okey dokey.
And this, it's not something that we want to do, it's something that we have to do, okay? We don't sit around and think of things for Mr. Sanchez and Ms. Fernandez to do on their spare time when they're at home.
Questions?
Just really quick, I was gonna bring it up in committee concerns, but we can talk about it now. With respect to Miller Jordan, this is their first year off of IR, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's just very yes or no questions. And then with Frank Roberts, it's our first year as an IR campus. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, they changed the names. But yes, sir, that's correct.
Oh, got it. Okay. So what's the process like for Miller Jordan right now, being that it's your first year? And it's my understanding from Dr. Carmen, you need to be off the list for 2 years, 2 consecutive years?
Yeah, so since we've, our first year off of IR, we have to go through this plan, which, because we are a D-rated campus. And so we had 3 priorities that we're focusing on. And the 3 priorities we're focused on is developing our campus instruction leaders with specific roles and responsibilities. And the second one we're focusing on is objectives, objective-driven daily lessons and formative assessments. And the third one is data-driven instruction. All 3 of these intertwine. We're providing professional development for our instructional leaders, our lead forward team, our department heads, and we also are part of Project Rise, which provides a lot of professional development. Also, teaching our instructional leaders to go out and help the other teachers. And we're really putting a lot of effort into our PLCs. Our PLCs, it's like a 4 basic question is, what do we want the kids to learn? How do we know they learned it? What do we do with the kids that did learn it? And what do we do with the kids that did not learn it? And I know the 4 questions seem easy, but that allows us to get the instruction what we need. And we're using some of our campus requirements, which is targeting the 5 SEs that show the biggest gaps that we can close. So we're using those. And then also our teachers during PLC are now not only just creating lesson plans, they are actually looking at what is the data showing us, what SEs do we need to concentrate on, and we need to break the TEKs apart in order to know specifically what we need to teach the kids. And that doesn't happen overnight, and that's where our dean is really taking the lead on that, focusing with our leaders, our campus leaders, so that they could turn around and now start disseminating that out to the rest of our teachers.
Awesome. Thank you.
Mr. Vargas, in short, I can say that they're being very prescriptive on how they are addressing their needs. Ms. Fernandez has gotten a different group of administrators, and they are aligned, and they know that instruction is the key.
Okay.
They are focusing on a few things and trying to do those few things correctly.
Awesome.
Are we at 100% sustainability in regards to our staffing and students at Miller Jordan? You're in Miller Jordan, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I mean, or are you still missing faculty in any of the areas?
The only person we are short right now is a Spanish teacher. We had our RTI teacher leave for an administrator job in another district, and we self-promoted within, which was a really good promotion, in my opinion. And now we're looking for a Spanish teacher at this moment. That's the only person. All essential personnel, I believe, is in place, and our leadership team is there, our administration team, and the only other person that we have another assistant principal, but he's out at this moment.
How's your staff attendance in respect to your, for this semester? Has it been,
I don't have the exact numbers. I didn't bring that with me. I couldn't be totally honest with you and tell you exactly where we stand. I know there might be a few issues, but I know that Ms. Fernandez handles them as they come on an individual basis.
Okay.
So I couldn't tell you specifically.
that's okay. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you.
And
Sir,
sir,
oh,
one question, just one question. Why are we having a problem trying to find a Spanish teacher?
Well, this was just actually a new transition. So the RTI teacher just recently left, I want to say
Oh.
2, maybe 3 weeks
Oh, I
ago.
see.
So we had to go through
Oh, I
the
see.
process of creating the opening and then allowing the
Oh, okay.
correct procedures to happen.
I see.
And so I just want to say, I just want to make a comment here. I just want to commend you guys, the principals at the schools, because every year unfortunately, we have unforeseen circumstances that come about, and we lose professionals, but not one time has any principal ever come up here and made excuses about their area. From talking to parents that have kids across the district, they continue to support and work hard, and the school comes together and they make ends meet and they figure it out. So I commend you guys so much for that, because it's for us, we just hear little bits and pieces of what's going on, but I know there's campuses that
School.
really go through hard times, and they come together and they still succeed.
Yeah.
So I want to commend each and every one of y'all for being dedicated to their kids first and foremost, and for our district. Thank you all so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Any more questions? Okey dokey. Agenda item. Okay, we adjourn at exactly 7:05.